4. Best cereals to improve GFR and support kidney health. You get your blood results back, and there it is. Your GFR is lower than it should be. And the first thing you wonder is, what on earth do I eat now? If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Millions of people in different countries are asking that exact same question right now. Here is the thing, breakfast might be the best place to start. Today, I am going to walk you through 4 specific cereals that could genuinely support your kidney health, help protect your GFR, and make your mornings work for you, not against you. So let's start with breakfast, because that first meal of the day is more powerful than most people realize, especially when your kidneys need a little extra support. Plain porridge oats. The first cereal on our list is plain porridge oats. And before you scroll past thinking you already know everything about porridge, stay with me for a moment, because what it does for your kidneys specifically is worth understanding properly. When your GFR is lower than it should be, your kidneys are working harder to filter waste from your blood. One of the biggest challenges is managing how much phosphorus and potassium you are taking in each day, because when the kidneys struggle, those minerals can build up in the body and cause problems. Plain porridge oats are naturally low in both, which makes them genuinely kind to kidneys that are already under pressure. But that is not the only reason they earn their place on this list. Porridge oats are rich in a type of fiber called beta-glucan. Think of it as a slow, steady helper that moves through your digestive system and does 2 things that matter a lot here. First, it helps keep your blood sugar stable, and that is important because blood sugar swings can put extra stress on the kidneys over time. Second, it supports healthy cholesterol levels, which matters because heart health and kidney health are far more connected than most people realize. When one suffers, the other often follows. Now, here is where a lot of people go wrong with porridge. They reach for the flavored instant packets, the ones with dried fruit, added sugar, or those little flavor sachets. Those versions can quietly push your potassium and sugar intake higher than you want. Instead, choose plain rolled oats or steel-cut oats, the ones with nothing added on the label. That is the version your kidneys will thank you for. As for making it actually enjoyable, which matters because no one sticks to food they dread eating, try cooking it with water or a small amount of unsweetened rice milk. Top it with a light drizzle of honey and a few blueberries. Blueberries are low in potassium and packed with antioxidants that help reduce inflammation, so they pair beautifully with oats, both in taste and in what they do for the body. Even 3 or 4 mornings a week is enough to make a meaningful difference over time. You do not have to eat it every single day. Consistency matters more than perfection here. Before we get to the next cereal, I want to ask you something personal. Are you watching this because a doctor recently told you your GFR is lower than it should be and you are trying to figure out where to even begin with food? If that is you, type GFR in the comments right now. Or maybe you are here because you have been quietly worried about your kidneys for a while, and you are finally looking for answers that actually make sense. If that sounds more like you, type 1 below. Either way, I am glad you are here. And if you want practical, honest guidance on kidney health every single week, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. This kind of information does not always find its way to the people who need it most, so make sure it always finds its way to you. Now, if porridge feels a little too familiar to you, the next cereal on our list is one that most people walk straight past in the supermarket, and that is a shame, because it deserves far more attention than it gets. That supermarket aisle moment is exactly where we are heading now, because the second cereal on this list tends to sit quietly on the shelf while people reach for the more familiar options around it, and most of the time they have no idea what they are missing. Cream of wheat. The cereal is cream of wheat, sometimes sold under the name farina, and if you have never tried it or have not thought about it in years, it is well worth a second look, particularly when kidney health is part of your daily focus. Here is what makes it genuinely valuable in this context. Cream of wheat is low in potassium and low in phosphorus, two things that matter enormously when GFR is a concern. Unlike many processed cereals that are packed with additives, plain cream of wheat is a simple, refined grain that places very little burden on the kidneys during digestion. For anyone managing kidney health, that simplicity is actually a strength. It also digests easily and gently, which means the body does not have to work overtime to process it. That might sound like a small thing, but for kidneys that are already filtering under pressure, removing unnecessary strain from digestion can support how the whole system functions day to day. Now, the label is where you need to pay attention. Plain cream of wheat is what you are looking for, the kind with a short, clean ingredient list. Some versions come with added salt, added vitamins like phosphorus-based fortification, or flavor enhancers. Those versions are the ones to avoid. When phosphorus appears in the ingredients list as an additive rather than something naturally occurring in the grain, the body absorbs it much more readily, and that is the opposite of what you want. So take 30 seconds to check the label before it goes into your basket. One of the things people genuinely appreciate about cream of wheat once they start using it is how easy it is to prepare and how well it adapts to different tastes. A warm bowl with a small handful of white rice-based toppings or a light sprinkle of cinnamon keeps it interesting without loading it with anything the kidneys would struggle with. Some people also enjoy it with a few slices of apple on the side, which adds natural sweetness and keeps the meal feeling balanced. Rotating cream of wheat with your porridge oats across the week is a practical and easy way to keep breakfast varied without overthinking it. 2 or 3 mornings on oats, 2 mornings on cream of wheat, and your kidneys are getting consistent, gentle support without your mornings feeling repetitive or restrictive. And speaking of things that surprise people, the third cereal coming up next is one that raises a few eyebrows at first, but once you hear the reasoning, it genuinely makes sense. Now here is where things get a little unexpected, and I want you to keep an open mind for the next few minutes because this third cereal is one that often gets dismissed before people even give it a fair chance. Plain puffed rice. The cereal is plain puffed rice, and yes, before you think this is simply a cereal for children or a nutritional afterthought, hear this out completely, because the reasoning is solid and the benefits for kidney health are real. When kidneys are under pressure and GFR numbers are a concern, the priority is finding foods that nourish the body while placing the least possible demand on the kidneys to filter and process what comes through. Plain puffed rice does exactly that. It is remarkably low in potassium, low in phosphorus, and low in sodium when you choose the right version. That combination is genuinely difficult to find in a breakfast cereal, which is precisely why it earns its place on this list. What also makes plain puffed rice stand out is how light it is on the digestive system. It moves through the body efficiently and without friction, so to speak. For people who sometimes experience bloating, discomfort, or sluggishness in the morning, this cereal tends to feel much easier to manage than heavier grain options. A more comfortable digestive experience also means the body is not redirecting energy toward processing a difficult meal, which matters when overall well-being and kidney support are the focus. Now, the label check here is just as important as it was with the previous options. Plain puffed rice with nothing added is what you are looking for. The moment you move toward flavored varieties, frosted versions, or anything with a long list of additives, you are stepping away from the benefit. Some flavored rice cereals contain surprisingly high levels of added sodium and phosphate-based preservatives, and those additions work directly against what you are trying to achieve. Keep it plain and simple, and it becomes one of the most kidney-friendly options available in any supermarket in the UK or USA. In terms of enjoying it, which is always important because a cereal you dislike is one you will not eat for long, try it with unsweetened rice milk or a small amount of oat milk. Add a few strawberry slices on top, as strawberries are low in potassium and bring natural sweetness without any concern for kidney health. A light drizzle of honey works well here too if you prefer something a little warmer in flavor. Rotating plain puffed rice into your weekly breakfast routine alongside porridge oats and cream of wheat gives you real variety. And variety is what makes any long-term health habit actually stick. If what you are learning here today is helping things make a little more sense, whether that is understanding why certain cereals are kinder to your kidneys or simply feeling less alone in trying to manage your GFR, please take 1 second to hit the like button. That one small action tells the platform that this kind of calm, practical kidney health content matters, and it puts this video in front of someone else who may have just received a worrying GFR result and has no idea where to turn. You will not even remember clicking it, but for someone out there, it could be the moment everything starts to feel a little more manageable. With 3 cereals now covered, the 4th one coming up next is perhaps the most gentle of all, and for many people, that gentleness is exactly what their kidneys need most right now. That word, gentle, is one that does not get nearly enough attention in conversations about kidney health. People often focus on what to cut out or what to avoid, but finding something that actively works with the body, rather than adding to its workload, is just as valuable. And that is exactly what this 4th cereal brings to the table. Cream of rice. The cereal is cream of rice, and if you have never heard of it or only vaguely recognize the name, you are certainly not alone. It sits quietly in the hot cereal aisle, often overlooked in favor of its more well-known neighbors. But for anyone managing kidney health, particularly those who feel cautious about what they are eating or are in the earlier stages of understanding their GFR results, this one is worth knowing about properly. Cream of rice is made from ground white rice, and that simplicity is its greatest strength in this context. It contains very low levels of potassium and phosphorus, even lower than some of the other cereals already covered in this video. For kidneys that are working hard to maintain balance, a breakfast that introduces minimal mineral load gives them a genuine window of ease during the morning hours. That matters more than most people realize because the kidneys do not take breaks. They are working continuously, and anything that reduces unnecessary pressure during the day is a positive contribution to overall kidney function. It is also one of the most easily digestible cereals available. For people who experience nausea, reduced appetite, or general sensitivity around food, which can sometimes accompany kidney health challenges, cream of rice tends to sit well and feel comfortable from the very first spoonful. That comfort is not a small thing. When the body feels settled after eating, it is in a better position to absorb nutrients and function at whatever level it currently can. Choosing the right version follows the same principle as before. Look for plain cream of rice with nothing added, no flavor packets, no added salt, no fortification with phosphorus compounds. The shorter the ingredient list, the better the choice for your kidneys. To make it enjoyable, warm it slowly with water or unsweetened rice milk until it reaches a smooth, creamy consistency. A small amount of vanilla extract stirred through adds warmth and flavor without any mineral concern. Top it with a few slices of white grapes or a light sprinkle of cinnamon, both of which are gentle on the kidneys and make the bowl feel like something you actually look forward to rather than something you feel you have to eat. Fitting cream of rice into the weekly rotation alongside the 3 cereals already covered gives you a full, varied, and genuinely kidney-supportive breakfast plan that covers different textures, different tastes, and different mornings without ever feeling like a medical routine. Now that all 4 cereals are on the table, the final part of this video brings everything together in a way that makes it simple, clear, and easy to act on starting tomorrow morning. And there you have it, 4 cereals, 4 genuinely practical choices, and one simple truth that runs through all of them. Supporting your kidney health does not have to mean turning your entire life upside down. It does not require an extreme diet, an expensive supplement, or a complete reinvention of how you eat. Sometimes it starts with something as ordinary as what you put in your bowl on a Tuesday morning. Let us bring it all together clearly. Porridge oats bring that steady, reliable support through beta-glucan fiber, stable blood sugar, and a low mineral load that works with struggling kidneys rather than against them. Cream of wheat offers a gentle, easily digestible alternative that sits light on the body and stays kind to GFR when chosen in its plain, unfortified form. Plain puffed rice delivers one of the lowest potassium and phosphorus combinations you will find in any cereal aisle, making it a smart and surprisingly versatile option for kidney-conscious mornings. And cream of rice rounds the list out beautifully as the softest, most easily tolerated choice of all, particularly helpful for anyone feeling cautious or in the earlier stages of their kidney health journey. None of these cereals require a special shop, a complicated recipe, or a significant amount of time in the kitchen. Every single one of them is available in regular supermarkets across the UK and USA, and every single one of them can be on your table within minutes. That accessibility matters because the best health habit is always the one you can actually maintain in real life, not just in theory. What makes the biggest difference over time is not perfection. It is consistency. Choosing one of these cereals 3 or 4 mornings a week, rotating them to keep things interesting, paying attention to labels, and keeping toppings simple and kidney-friendly adds up to something meaningful across weeks and months. Your kidneys respond to sustained, gentle care. They do not need dramatic gestures. They need steady, repeatable kindness, and breakfast is one of the most natural places to start offering that. If this video has given you something useful, something you can actually take into your kitchen tomorrow morning, then it has done exactly what it was meant to do. And if you found value here, the single best thing you can do right now is hit that subscribe button, because every week, this channel brings you the same kind of calm, practical, and trustworthy guidance on kidney health that you can apply to real life without feeling lost or overwhelmed. One last thing before you go. If you have someone in your life, a parent, a partner, a close friend, who has been told their kidneys need attention, but they are not sure what they can safely eat anymore, please share this video with them today. Not tomorrow, today. Because the truth is, most people in that situation feel overwhelmed and unsure, and they are often searching for guidance they can actually trust. You sharing this video takes less than 10 seconds, but for the person receiving it, it could be the beginning of a breakfast habit that genuinely supports their kidney health for years to come. That is a meaningful thing to give someone. Drop a comment below and let us know which of these 4 cereals you are planning to try first, or if you are already eating one of them, share how it has been going. Your experience might be exactly what someone else in this community needs to hear today. Thank you for watching, and take good care of yourself.